For as low as $1, become a Patreon to get an exclusive preview of my animations. Visit my Patreon page. Hello there! Welcome to Let's Animate tutorial. Today I'm going to share to you how I animate like a Pencilmation. This animation does not require skill you need. The animation is 24 frames per second, but we will animate by twos, or just set up the frame rate up to 12 frames per second to animate in ones. First, you need to draw your character on the first frame. After 2 seconds or 48 frames, he will turn his head around. The expression is up to you, whether he is smiling when turned around or have a curious look. Duplicate the frame by selecting it. Hold down the Ctrl key and drag it to a keyframe. Let's erase the eyes of that frame as the character has to have a sudden surprise face. Advance to a few frames to exaggerate his expression. Go crazy to make it funnier. Move to the next 4 frames to have it or less more exaggerated face. Let's duplicate the frame before the last one to the next 4 frames. On the duplicated frame, erase the legs as we are going to make him speed up his running. Now duplicate the frame before the last frame and do the same thing. Select the last frames we duplicated. This will be our loop or the run cycle animation. To know it is looping or cycle animation, we will change the color keyframes. Right-click the selected keyframe and choose color you like. While the keyframe is selected, duplicate it to the next frame, just like so. On the next frame, let's exaggerate the drawing more. Stretch the character's eyes as he is running away. Next frame will be smog of dust as the character exits the frame. I drew the dust just like a sideway fountain. On the next 4 frames, draw again the dust. This time it is dissolving, so I draw it smaller than the previous frame. Draw the dissolving dust every 4 frames until it is gone. Remember, more drawings, the slower the animation. Our animation is more than 100 frames, so we need to add more numbers, around 150. On the first couple of seconds, we'll make the character blink. So we will separate the eyes on another layer by selecting, then cutting. Paste it on a new layer. This will create new keyframes with the same number of keyframes where it is cut from. Rename the frames if you like, just to avoid confusion. Turn down the opacity of the layer of the main animation. The eyes animation is simple. Just draw the closed eye as he is blinking. Duplicate the first keyframe next to the last keyframe, just like so. Let's make the blinking twice. Going back to the main animation, create blank keyframes before the head turn. Then draw the in-between. If the eyes are still showing on the new keyframe, just move it. I made him blink again as he turned his head. Draw the rest of the in-between. The frame before his eyes pop out, I created blank keyframe for a bigger expression of the eyes. Finally, filling out the rest of the keyframes. Always check if your animation is flawless. If the animation is too slow, have it less drawings. If it's too fast, add more drawings or adjust the distance of the keyframes. For colors, I made a group of layers and color-coded the line art layer and the colors layered with red. Using Fill Bucket tool, I go to Tool Options, Sample, choose Color Labeled Layers, and choose Red. While Fill Bucket tool is selected, choose a color in the swatches and start coloring. This proceeds to the rest of the animation. Remember, your drawing should not have a gap, or else you will have an entire canvas filled with colors. If it has a gap, use a brush tool to fill in the gap and start filling with the bucket tool again. I hope this is helpful to those who wanted to make a simple animation. Till next time, cheers!